Hey everyone, welcome back to StarCraft. Matt here with Matt Steve SC, here with Moletrap again, of course. We are bringing you Game 3 of the Group D, Jangbi versus Barracks of the Ever OSL. I probably said that completely out of order, but we got a nice picture of Jangbi there, or Jaedong, of course, because he won the last OSL quite handily. Over Fantasy. It was a little sad, but you know.
It wasn't sad at all.
But Jaedong very much deserved his victory, is what I was about to say.
Fair enough.
Freaking bastard.
I don't like fantasy, man.
Dude, I like fantasy. I want him
right.
to win something. I don't think he's
won his couple
player.
Silvers.
He has. He's won his silvers. He's like Stork, you know.
Well,
although Stork's
no.
at least has won a gold.
Stork has creativity and skill.
Okay.
So
all right.
I don't like fantasy. I don't mind him that much, but recently I've kind of been like, fantasy.
Well, like I mentioned before, you get so far, you know.
But anyway, well, that's another story for another time, which I actually spent some time talking about in a recent video, so I'm not even going to bother. But
yeah.
Anyway, this is Game 3.
Yay!
Let's get back to the game at hand. Jangbi, Red Protoss on the right side of the map. Purple Terran worked out well for him last time. The color purple was good for Barracks in Game 2. Anyway, but red is also a very strong color, so we're going to see a close matchup here. And the winner of this game, we should mention, I don't know if we did before, this is a tiebreaker game, and the winner of this game, after this epic set, doesn't actually advance yet. They still have to. They are playing against each other for the honor of playing against Quanro in another best of 3 on the same day to actually advance
with the same map set.
Right.
And it should be noted, one thing we haven't really talked about, for those that don't know how this round goes, the round of 36. It's called the round of 36 because you have 24 of the players who made it through the tournament playing against 12 of the seeded players from the last OSL tournament. So in this case, Quanro would be the seeded one, and Jangbi and Barracks are both fighting to then play him to then see if they will go to the next round.
Right.
So in the last OSL, we would see quite a few times. You'd see 2 players battle it out, then play the third one, and then get knocked out. Right.
Although I do want to point out that technically the word seed is like a term for the top 4 players in the OSL or 8 for the MSL. So even though they are seeded, just I don't know, just point of clarification, that doesn't really matter. But
doesn't mean they're in the finals.
We saw Barracks coming out here and checking for proxy gateways, although he didn't really do a good job of it because usually the gateways are going to be a little bit farther north or a little bit down to the south up that ridge. But anyway, Jangbi not doing anything of the kind. He's just going to go for a standard tech build, and Barracks putting down his Barracks again. Good for him, taking after his namesake and going.
Hey, I want to see him really take after his namesake. Let's see some SK Terran against Protoss. Come on, man. Come on, Barracks.
Yeah.
Show us some skill, man.
I would like seeing an M&M rush.
Hell yeah, dude. A little bunker.
I wouldn't be surprised if Barracks did pull some kind of cheese like that or some kind of all-in because it's Game 3. He's against a superior player, traditionally speaking. And, you know, sometimes when you're in that kind of position, you just want to pull it out. Although usually you'd more likely see it in a position where you're up ahead. But anyway, point being, he's going to send out an early scout at least, just to make sure he knows what Jangbi's up to. And because Jangbi has done a little bit of, he's done fast reavers every game so far today. And so he's probably going to want to check on that, see if he's teching fast or if he's going for faster gateways. Because, again, also, you know, if he's going for a 9-10 gate, or 10-12 gate rather, then he's going to have a lot of Dragoon pressure, and he needs to know about that early, but he's got a Zealot out, so he's not going for that particular build. But again, just putting early pressure on, and again, Barracks has decided not to wall, which is a little bit of an interesting choice. I don't know why he wouldn't. I mean, it's so many players you see die just because of early pressure because they have to pull, you know, 8 SCVs off their line to make a wall to protect their tank when all they would have had to do is have a couple SCVs repairing if they just made a wall off there. So, and he didn't even put his Barracks in a good position to protect his Zealots. So Barracks is off to a bad start here as far as the little details that really make or break your early game. But I don't know.
Well, I don't know if he's going up to try to mine out the little mineral patch. No, he's going up to make a proxy factory. So we're going to see some vultures coming out here and a vulture harass. I don't know if after that he might be going to then try to mine out the minerals to try to get the vultures around the back. So that's actually not a bad play. Although again, here comes the Zealot ready to saunter into the base, and it looks like, again, you're right, having to pull the SCV now. Now Barracks is going to be able to ward the this off until the Dragoon comes, and there it comes right now. And then it's going to be a little bit more difficult, especially when the range kicks in, which will kick in a bit here. But you're right, on Heartbreak Ridge, you don't need a whole lot to block that. And just placing a barracks there that you can lift whenever you want would have been enough to block, and would have been enough to keep his front door handled, at least for now. But we'll see. I mean, if he wants to, save that and save all that APM that it would have taken to make your barracks down there and use that for this Vulture harass that's coming up, that's fine with me. The tank is out, so he is going to be able to hold his front door despite losing the SCV. He'll probably have to bring another SCV out. And no, he's not going to mine out the minerals. So we're just going to see standard, a few vultures here. Now this was smart, of course, because he knew that the contain was going to try to come. And here we are actually, okay, maybe being sneaky. Nope, he's just going to push out.
Yeah, he's making it seem like an FT push here.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
And he's actually got a second factory down, so
that's true.
Jangbi might not be expecting this.
Yeah, this actually could come as a surprise, and the one of the vultures is out so far. I don't know if he's going to wait for a couple or if he's just going to rush in right now. It looks like he's just going to rush in the front door. Nope, he's going to sit at the front door so that he can be spotted. Fantastic. Okay, nope, there we go. So he's going to go in. We'll see how many kills this Vulture can get on probes. Not going after probes, going after a Dragoon so he gets killed.
Oh, so, he was waiting for mines. And the mines come...
Oh,
beautifully done by Jangbi.
That was pretty sexy.
Exploding the mines.
Splash damage for the win.
And saving the Dragoon, despite the fact... But I think he was waiting for mines. That might have been why he delayed. That's why he was kind of running around in circles. The mines finished researching
a little late,
just moments before that Dragoon killed off that Vulture. That's why we saw him not doing that earlier. So a really nicely timed build and a nicely timed attack, but it was just kind of met with good timing on Jangbi's part as well.
Right.
And here comes the FD part of it too, with the Marines. Well, it's not quite FD, but here comes the Marines and the tanks as well. So Jangbi could be in a bit of trouble here. He's got an observatory. He's probably got a Reaver building right now. And so it does not behoove Barracks to be delaying like this. Now he's finally moving in, but the Reaver is out, and that is going to be enough to force this back. He's got enough of a wall of units that he can use the Reaver, force things back, and I don't think this push is going to work. He may be able to set up a contain and go for a longer win, but Jangbi is well prepared for this now, and this push is not going to achieve as much as he was hoping for.
Yeah, I really think, although, like you said, the mine build wasn't a bad idea, but I really think he should have maybe saved... Oh, wow! Able to snipe the Reaver, focus firing with all of his units on the Reaver, and that was actually a pretty good move. Now he has the high ground now. You notice all the misses from the Dragoons on all the units there, and that is actually a huge advantage if he can keep this up there, even though he is losing a lot of units here. I mean, there's a lot of mines protecting, but it looks like that little attack is going to wane short, and because the observers are out there. So the attack that could have been, I really think, had he at least gone for a few probes in the beginning, maybe saved a couple. And you can